Nilpotent linear transformation. Definition. The element t belongs to A of v is said to be nilpotent if t power m is equal to 0 for some positive integer m. So, the condition satisfy so then we say that the element t is a nilpotent linear transformation. Note, if t is a nilpotent and if t of v is equals to alpha v for some non-zero vector v in v with alpha belongs to f, then alpha is equal to 0. Next, theorem 1. If v is the direct sum of v1, v2 so on up to vk, where each subspace vi of v is of dimension ni and is invariant under t belongs to A of v, then a basis of v can be found so that the matrix of t in this basis is of the form a1 0 so on up to 0, 0 a2 so on up to 0, 0 0 a3 so on up to 0, 0 0 so on up to ak, where AI is an ni cross ni matrix and is of the matrix of the linear transformation induced by T on Vi. Next, note lemma 1. If T belongs to A of V is nilpotent, that is T is nilpotent, then alpha naught plus alpha 1 T plus alpha 2 T square plus so on up to alpha n Tn, where each alpha I belongs to F is invertible if alpha naught is not equal to 0. Next definition. If T belongs to A of V is nilpotent, then the scalar k is called the index of nilpotence of T. If T power k is equal to 0 but T power k minus 1 is not equals to 0 and the condition satisfy then we say that k is the index of nilpotence of T. Similarly, the matrix A is said to be nilpotent if if A power m is equal to 0 for some positive integer m. So, one matrix na ನಾವು nilpotent matrix ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ so A power m is equal to 0 for some positive integer m and A power m minus 1 is not equal to 0. Standard nilpotent matrices. A1 is equal to 0, that is 1 cross 1 matrix, so it is equal to 0. So, here the index is 1, so therefore it is a nilpotent matrix of index 1. A2 is equal to 0 1 0 0. Clearly A2 is not equal to 0 and A2 square, that is A2 into A2 which is equal to 0 ಅಂದರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ 0 ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ A2 square is equal to 0. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ A2 is a nilpotent matrix of index 2 ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. A power m is equals to 0, ಇಲ್ಲಿ m means 2, so therefore the index is 2. Similarly, A3 is equal to 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0. Clearly A3 is not equals to 0 and ನೀವು A3 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ನಾಟ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಟು 0ನೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ A3 ಪವರ್ 3 is equal to 0. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈಡ್, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ m ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಸೊ 3 ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದಟ್ A3 is a nilpotent matrix of index 3. In generally the nilpotent matrix is, that is MR is equal to 0 1 0 so on up to 0, 0 0 1 so on up to 0, so 0 0 0 1 so on up to 0, 0 0 so on up to 1 and 0 0 0. So this is the standard nilpotent matrix of index R. Next theorem. If T belongs to A of V is nilpotent of index of nilpotence n1, then the basis of V can be found such that the matrix of T in this basis has the form mn1 0 so on up to 0, 0 mn2 so on up to 0, so on up to 0 so on up to mnr, where n1 is greater than or equals to n2 greater than or equals to so on up to greater than or equals to nr, and n1 plus n2 plus so on up to plus nr is equals to dimension of V. Here the given that T is a nilpotent linear transformation of index n1. Here we have to show that the matrix of T is in the form of this one, where n1 is greater than or equals to n2 greater than or equals to so on up to greater than or equals to nr, and dimension of V is equals to n1 plus n2 plus so on up to nr. So proof of this theorem contains the 4 steps. Let me start with the step 1, that is, given that T is a nilpotent matrix of index n1, then by the definition of nilpotence, T power n1 is equal to 0 but T power n minus 1 is not equals to 0. Since T power n1 minus 1 is not equals to 0, then there exists a vector v which belongs to v such that t power n1 minus 1v is not equals to 0. Clearly, the vectors v, tv, so on up to t power n1 minus 1v are linearly independent over f. Because for that one, let us consider the linear combination of these vectors, that is alpha 1v plus alpha 2 tv plus so on up to alpha n1 t power n1 minus 1v is equals to 0. Let alpha s be the first non-zero alpha. ಅಂದರೆ alpha s ಗಿಂತ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇರೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಲ್ಫಾಗಳು 0 ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So therefore the remaining terms are alpha s t power s minus 1v plus alpha s plus 1 ts plus so on up to plus alpha n1 t n1 minus 1v is equal to 0, which implies alpha s plus ts plus 1 t plus so on up to plus alpha n1 t n1 minus s of t s minus 1 v is equal to 0. Since alpha s is not equals to 0, because here we consider that alpha s be the first non-zero alpha. So we know that a lemma, that is if t belongs to a of v is nilpotent, then alpha naught plus alpha 1 t plus so on up to plus alpha n t power n, where each alpha I belongs to f is invertible if alpha naught is not equals to 0. Means this alpha naught is not equals to 0, then this is invertible. So by using this one, here we get alpha s is not equals to 0. So then this term is invertible, that is alpha s plus t s plus 1 t plus so on up to plus alpha n1 t n1 minus s is invertible, that is by lemma 1. So therefore t s minus 1v is equal to 0. Clearly this s minus 1 is less than n1. So therefore, which is a contradiction to t is nilpotent of index n1, because by the definition of nilpotence we have that t power n1 is equal to 0. So that is t power n1 is equal to 0, but t power n1 minus 1 is not equal to 0. Here we get t power s minus 1v is equal to 0, and clearly that s minus 1 is less than n1. So this is a contradiction to the fact that t is nilpotent of index n1. So therefore alpha 1, alpha 2, so on up to alpha n, that is all the scalars are equal to 0. Let v1 be the subspace of v spanned by v1 is equals to v, v2 is equals to tv, v3 is equal to t square v, so on up to vn1 is equals to t n1 minus 1 v. Then v1 is invariant under t, and the t induces a linear transformation t1 on v1 which has the matrix mn1.